Having trouble adding snow onto your mountains? Are you not a wizard with using a palette knife? That's okay. I'm going to show you a simple technique on how you can slice and cut snow onto a mountain, perfect for beginners if you're not comfortable using a palette knife. Coming up in this video right now. Hey, Wild coming at you for my Creative Control playlist where I try to bring you the best tips, tricks, and even painting tutorials just like this one right here. If this is your first time here, consider subscribing. When I started out painting, doing snow on mountains is one of the hardest things, and when I read and see people's posts on Reddit, it's very hard for them, and a lot of the paintings that I post on there, I've shown this technique of actually cutting on snow to the top of your mountains rather than having it break on the fat side of the blade. And people have asked me, how do I do that? Well, I'm going to show you in this video right here. I take a very small roll on the edge of my blade and literally just cut it in. Let's go over to the canvas and I'm going to show you how to achieve perfect snow every time for a beginner. Let's go. So we went ahead and already threw in a background and we put our mountain in and we pulled all of that residual color down, and so that's nice and thin. So when you take our nice roll of paint here, it'll be easy to grab onto, so that way it'll look like natural paint breaks are happening on our mountain. Now normally when you would do a paint break, you would come up to the top or wherever you decide you want a peak to be at, and you would jiggle in and start exposing your hand down and slowly start being parallel with the actual painting itself. However, we're going to try something a little bit different. Rather than opening up your wrist and using the fat side of the blade, we're going to keep it fairly straight and cut down with it and allow this paint to slide and grip off as we come down. We're going to do it on this little peak right back here. So I'm just going to jiggle on really quick and kind of just slide down, but leave my blade at the same angle as it goes down. Reload our knife again with a nice little roll. We're going to come up here and we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to cut down. And you can feel free to dab in a little bit as you go too. Almost like you're drawing a line. See, I'm just kind of cutting it in, just cutting it in. Reload whenever you need to, and just slowly start cutting in wherever you see some snow. And that's all I'm doing. I'm just literally slicing it in, slicing just like this. I'm not putting much thought into it at all. And as I get down to the bottom, you can flatten out the blade to make this a little flatter in snow. And there we've got some basic snow that happens on our mountain. If you want to continue this, just take your 2-inch brush and tap this down and out. Give it all nice little fluff up in here, so that way it pushes that mountain back. And don't forget, you could do the same technique with your shadow side on this, but this is just for the snow side. But let me show you on the flip side of the camera how that would look for you guys when that snow is just creeping off of that knife there, okay? Alright, so we have a nice roll of paint on here, and we're going to do the same technique that we just did that we did over here. I'm just going to cut across, just cut across. Gingerly, very lightly, just cut across. See, just cutting straight across, and I got snow right on there. Let's go up here and do that as well. Just cutting, just cutting. Reload when you need some more paint. There, we reloaded our knife. And you can easily see, as we tap this down and in, how this will easily look like a mountain when you add that shadow side in there that fills in this side. And you just use the same technique of just cutting in, just very lightly down there. Just make sure you follow the angles of your mountains. And that's how you get some effective, easy looking snow if you're a beginner doing this technique of wet on wet. Opening up that blade can be kind of difficult, but cutting it in is a good place to start. Hey, thanks for watching. Hopefully this video really helped you guys out. It is just a quick power tip to get you started to have a little more of a confidence boost when doing snow. It's a beginner step, so try slicing it on, and then as you get a little more comfortable, feel free to start breaking the paint on by using the fatter side of your palette knife. Once again, my name is Wild. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to follow me on my social media, feel free to follow me on Twitter at Wild4Games and Instagram Wild4Games, and you can watch me paint all the time on twitch.tv/Wild4Games. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will come back soon with another painting power tip shortly. Take care, guys. Happy painting and peace.